Hi students, welcome to real numbers part 5. In this class we will learn regarding finding HCF. In previous classes, before going to the topic, in previous classes we have studied how to find HCF by using prime factorization method. Yes, in earlier classes we have learned about finding HCF of two positive numbers using prime factorization method. Do you think is there any other method to find HCF of positive numbers? If it is, what is that procedure? Yes, we have another method. Before going to discuss that method, I want to take an example to explain. Okay, first suppose if I have 35 chocolates in my bag. How many chocolates? 35 chocolates. If I have 35 chocolates in my bag, I want to distribute these 35 chocolates to some of my friends. How in this one condition is there? What is that condition? The 35 chocolates. If I distribute to some of my friends, no chocolate should be remain in my bag. Such a way that I have to distribute the chocolates to my friends. Okay. First suppose if I distribute, of course you can guess what is the answer. Okay. Before going to declare, before going to tell the answer, we will go for some steps. Okay. If I distribute, okay, if I distribute for two of my friends, if I distribute 35 chocolates to two of my friends, each one gets 17 chocolates. Yes, 2 17 are 34. How many chocolates are left here? Left over 1. But according to condition, no chocolate should be in my bag. No chocolate should remain in my bag. But here is 1 left over. So this condition is not satisfying. If I distribute these 35 chocolates to 3 of my friends, how many members? For 3 of my friends, if I distribute, so each one will get 11 chocolates. Total 33 I will distribute for these 3 members. How many chocolates left over? 2 chocolates are left over. But according to my condition, no chocolate should be in my bag. Okay. If I distribute for 4 of my friends, here each one gets 8 chocolates and 3 will be left over. Already we know what is our condition. No chocolate should be remain in our bag. Yes. Now, if I distribute for 5 of my friends these 35 chocolates, each one gets 7 chocolates. In this case, no chocolate is left over. That means this is satisfying my condition. So these 35 chocolates to how many of my friends I should distribute? 5 of my friends only will get in equal number without remaining. No chocolate is remaining in my bag in this case. Sir, if you distribute for 7 of your friends also, you will get no chocolate will be remaining, sir. But before that, 5 is lesser than the 7, so that in this case it is satisfied. So stop the procedure. Okay. Now these are the we know. Now if you write these in a mathematical sentence form, okay. How to write? Already in our lower classes we learned in 7th to 8th classes and 6th classes. What is this 35 call in this division? Dividend. is called divisor. 17 is called quotient. Am I correct or not? This 1 is called, what is remaining, that is called remainder. Yes. Now how to write in sentence form, mathematical sentence form? This 35 we divide into 2 equal parts, but 1 is remain. Here 35 we divided by 3 parts. We divided to 3 of my friends. We divided to 3 friends. Each one got 11 and 2 chocolates are remaining. In this case, I distributed to 4 of my friends. Each one get 8 chocolates. 3 are left over. Here I distributed to 5 of my friends. Each one get 7, 5, 7, 35, but remainder is 0. No chocolate left over. So according to this, what do you understand? In this case, we got remainder 0. Yes, here what is 5 and 35? 35 and 5 are the dividends. What is 7? Quotient. What is 0? Remainder. Yes. If we write this procedure in sentence form, what we can conclude from this? We can say that if we consider 2 positive integers, we consider 2 positive integers. Okay, we consider 2 positive. So here, for each pair of 2 positive integers, see 35 and 5 are 2 positive integers. For each pair of positive integers, we got here 2 whole numbers. What are those? 7 and 0. That means if we take 35 as A, 5 as B, and this one is 7 as quotient Q, and remainder as 0, we can write this relation like this. We can establish one relation, that is A is equal to BQ plus R. A is equal to BQ plus R. Here, what are A comma B? 5 and 35. These are the pair of positive integers. Here, A are the number of chocolates, B is the number of friends. Here, Q and R are the whole numbers. 7 and 0 we got whole numbers. Yes. And what is the value of R here? In all cases, what are the values of R here? Values of R are 0, 1, 2, 3. How many values we got? How many remainders I got? 4 remainders I got. Yes. So here R is a whole number. Yes. So here the range of R is, the R value is equal to 0 as well as more than 0, and here less than the divisor. Yes or no? 0, 1, 2, 3 all are less than to 5. So this is the condition values of R. So this is the relation satisfying these all or not. Yes. What do you call this relation? What do you call this relation? This relation is called Euclid's division lemma. What is that? Euclid's division lemma. So today our topic is Euclid's division lemma. Using this, we will discuss Euclid division algorithm, and we will solve some problems using this algorithm. Okay. Euclid's division lemma. So what is mean by Euclid's division lemma? Now who is Euclid? Do you know? He is a familiar mathematician. Euclid. He is a familiar mathematician. Who is he? He is the father of geometry. He is the father of geometry. We recall by listening his name. We recall that he is the father of geometry, and also he has written one book. Do you know the book name of that book? Yes, that is the name of that book is Elements. The Elements. This is the most familiar book written by him. The Elements, which was popular. It is publicity is the second position in worldwide. The second book which was printed more number of copies, which was written by Euclid. It consists of 13 parts again subtopics. In that it is mentioned Euclid's division lemma. What is the statement of this Euclid's division lemma? Given positive integers a and b, there exist unique pair of integers. Unique pair of integers. These are the positive integers a and b. Q and R are the pair of integers, satisfying the relation a is equal to bq plus r, where r lies between 0 and b, including 0. See my dear students, what is the meaning of lemma here? Lemma means it is nothing but it is helping theorem. So it is a proved or accepted result for the use of immediate usage of to prove another proposition. Yes, it is nothing but it is auxiliary theorem, or it is called helping theorem to prove another theorem or to prove another statement. That is called Euclid's division lemma. For suppose by using this, here is nothing but it is dividend is equal to it is divisor into quotient plus remainder. Yes, it is like this. It is already well known to us, but here is he is given in a separate relation like this in equation form a is equal to bq plus r, where r is lies between 0 and b, including 0. So by using this, we can find the HCF of two positive integers. The procedure of finding HCF of two positive integers is called method of finding HCF using division lemma. Yes, the steps of finding the HCF of the two positive integers is called Euclid's division algorithm. Euclid's division algorithm. What is Euclid's division algorithm? What is the difference between these two? Euclid's division algorithm. Here algorithm means sequence of steps to solve any one problem. Algorithm in the sense sequence of steps to solve any one problem, whatever it may be. Usually we use this word in computer language. Where do we use in computer language? To solve any problem. For example, to know whether the given number is greater than to the whether the assumed number is greater than to the given number or not, like that. This is it consists of logical steps. Okay. Then how to find the HCF of two positive integers using division algorithm is our class. Understood? In the first step, for example, if I take HCF of finding HCF of 60, 100. Finding HCF of 60, 100. In this, which one is greater? take that number as dividend and 60 as divisor. See, 100 divided by 60. How many times we can divide? One time it is possible. 61 is 60, remainder is 40. So 100 is the dividend is equal to divisor into quotient 1 plus remainder 40. Did we get here remainder 0? No. Till we get remainder 0, we have to proceed this procedure. We have to proceed till we get the remainder 0. Now consider this 40 as divisor. 40 as divisor and the 60 as dividend. 60 is equal to 40 into. Now how many times possible? We can divide 60, 40 only one time. 40 divided 60 one time and there will be remainder 20. So this can be written as 60 is equal to 40 into 1 plus 20. Again now this 40 becomes dividend and this 20 becomes divisor into 40. 20 can divide 40 is divided by 20 2 times. 20 divides 40 how many times? 2 times. In this case what is the remainder? 0. So 2 20s are 40 plus remainder is 0. For what divisor we got remainder 0 here? For 20 we got remainder 0. So here further no proceeding. The process is stopped. Till we get 0, we have to continue the procedure. Here we got 0. And what divisor we got remainder 0? 20. So our answer is HCF of number 60, 100 is 20. HCF of 60, 100 is 20. Yes. Okay, students. Like this, we find HCF of 60, 100. Yes. Here, people often here equal division lemma and equal division algorithm. We think that it is different, but Euclid's division lemma and algorithm, actually it is closely interlinked to each other. Like that, people used to get confused. But Euclid division lemma and algorithm are different, but those two are closely interlinked. So that we used to thought that Euclid division lemma is also nothing but Euclid's division algorithm. Algorithm is a process, it is a procedure finding the HCF of two positive integers. Yes. Generally, this Euclid division algorithm is meant only for positive integers, but we can apply it, we can extend it for integers also. Okay. So based on this division algorithm, we will solve some more problems in next class. Okay. I hope you all understood this concept. Prepare well. Thank you. Bye.